I will be reviewing one of the best-known artwork of our famous painter Fernando Amorsolo, entitled Dalagang Bukid in the year 1927. Moving on. This artwork tells us about a story filled with positive and redeeming values, beliefs, traditions, and culture of a Filipino people. It shows the beauty of a Filipina with her sweet smile, representing optimism and faith despite of the challenges and trials. The clay jar that she carries symbolizes her vulnerability and innocence. I think this artwork was meant to be used and or viewed as one inspiration in empowering our Filipina women as they are naturally beautiful, unique from other women, strong and courageous. My personal discovery in this artwork is that women are not just beautiful inside and out, but also they are clever and strong, that they can do what men can do. In our modern society, women are no longer dependent on men to lead their lives. Thank you.
This artwork was made by Fernando Amorsolo and entitled Sunday Morning Going to Town. Filipino people are known to have a joyful life and attitude that is cultured even with the simplest form of living. As an agricultural country, this artwork entitled Sunday Morning Going to Town by Fernando Amorsolo depicts Filipino culture, the very essence of our diligence, hard work, and love for our family, thus conveying the reflection of the Filipino soul. Filipino family members are industrious and embody each responsibility to the household. It is also shows that we, Filipinos, need just a simple thing to live a happy life. An artwork that can be viewed by anyone. This painting will make people with the same lifestyle remember the beauty of their life, living simply in a place where hard work is a common thing and away from the noise of the city. On the other hand, anyone else will realize that every single person is blessed in their own way and appreciate everything they have at the moment. In my opinion, I realized that this artwork was meant to inspire everyone to be appreciative of the beauty of life that everyone possesses, despite the similarity and differences in culture and lifestyle. Nevertheless, this is the beauty of Filipino culture painted in a single canvas.
This artwork is one of the masterpieces of artist Fernando Amorsolo entitled Afternoon Meal of the Rice Workers. This painting shows a picture of the traditional farm life of us Filipinos in the countrysides. We can see in the painting how hardworking Filipinos in the spirit of bayanihan, which shows the unity of a Filipino community. We can see it on how the work is divided, and mostly ladies will be given the obligation to cook and take care of the children, while their male counterpart will be the ones to work in the field. Through this kind of paintings, people who do not experience this kind of life will be given an idea how the life in the countryside is. Especially these younger generations who is born in the cities or urban areas will have the chance to appreciate the simple life of the farm. Through this kind of paintings, as for me, this painting shows that we should appreciate the hard work of our farmers, and if we hard work, there will be a prize.
The artwork that I've chosen is Making of the Philippine Flag by Fernando Amorsolo. So let's go and give it a review. So this artwork tells us who we are and our culture because this painting shows the making of the first Philippine flag. I have chosen this artwork because it really reflects our Filipino soul. As we all know, the Philippine flag is a symbol of equality, peace, truth, justice, patriotism, valor, and most importantly, the will to fight for freedom. This artwork was meant to use and viewed by every Filipino as it represents our history and Day of Independence. The first flag was raised in Kawit, Cavite on June 12, 1898. The first Philippine flag that we can see in the painting was the work of Marcela Agoncillo and her 5-year-old daughter Lorenza and Delfina Herbosa Natividad. Fun fact, Delfina Herbosa Natividad is the niece of our Philippine national hero, Dr. Jose Rizal. So it took them less than a week to meticulously craft it. So my personal discovery and realization in this artwork are: first, I am a fan of history, especially Philippine history. That is why this painting caught my eye, since it is the making of the Philippine flag. Second, it shows independence to our country. And lastly, it tells us to respect our flag and promote patriotism. So that's all. Thank you for listening.
This oil-on-canvas landscape painting, painted by the national artist Fernando AMORSOLO in 1949, is entitled Planting Rice. The familiar sights of men and women hand-in-hand working the rice field, the symmetrical cone of Mayon volcano, the bright clothes, and the salakots worn by the farmhands, shielding them from the intense tropical sun, and the carabao plowing the field purposely are masterfully depicted by the artist. The painting basically captures the traditional Filipino occupation of the farm life of men and women. In relation to the theme, Reflection of the Filipino Soul, the painting reflects the main source of livelihood in the Philippines, agriculture. Before and today, the majority of the Filipinos are farmers, and even women before are doing farming. It depicts how Filipinos endure the hot sunny day, how they work together, and their patience in waiting for months before reaping the harvest. Because, for Filipinos, rice is much more than food. It is sustenance with historical and numerous cultural values that are deeply woven into the Filipino culture. This painting was meant to be viewed by the Filipinos and even people outside the country, for them to see our identity. The painting gives encouragement and gives a message about the positive relationship between the volcano and the surrounding landscape, depicted as positive, fruitful, and harmonious one. The artist is trying to convey that even if how many times the volcano will erupt, Filipinos will always rise from the ashes and will continue their way of life. From this painting, it made me appreciate more the selfless and hardworking Filipino farmers, that even if storms wipe their crops, that even prices for their products are low, they still never stop planting, so Filipinos and even other countries will have food on their table. I have also realized that Filipinos are really dedicated no matter what job they have. They'll put their heart into it. This is the reflection of the Filipino soul. This is what the Filipinos are known for.
It is composition on the way home base, homage to the workers, both humans and animals, alike who work the lush crop fields from dawn to dusk. The mood of the painting is tranquil, and the warm palette evokes a sense of familiarity and nostalgia. Harvest time is a similar testament to the hard work of labor. So, this specific artwork is made to see how the Filipino farmers worked during the time of Fernando Amorsolo. It also represents the life of prosperity and abundance, success in all areas like economic, social, personal, and health. Personal discovery or realization on this artwork is that I can see on the specific piece how Fernando Amorsolo appreciates our culture, especially the way of living back then. And I also realized on the specific piece that we should always appreciate how our farmers working hard to produce our daily food needs, especially rice. So that's all. Thank you for listening.
This artwork is entitled Under the Mango Tree by Fernando Amorsolo. As start, the painting consists of Filipino fruit harvesters. There are six of them, two at the left side and four at right front. There is also a big mango tree in front and different sizes of basket for the mangoes. One person who has her back turned seems to be talking to the girl sitting. Others were totally engrossed with their work. The place is very bright as a green environment. Amorsolo created this artwork to show the true value of Filipinos. They are hardworking yet happy of what they are doing. Overall, this painting was intended to show Filipinos' characteristics. Glow it clearly portrays the reaction of Filipino soul. This can be proven by looking at the characters in the painting. In my viewpoint, Amorsolo created this art in order for future generations to appreciate our country's natural beauty, history, culture, and Filipino way of life. For me, this is an emotional masterpiece for us to cherish our nation and Filipino way of life. I like how Amorsolo made it stand out. It's a simple but lovely representation of the characters. The mango tree and the people around it was harvesting, while the ladies are wearing a saya which is a traditional Filipino costume is significant for the entire piece of the because of the manner it was painted. The title is excellent since viewers may quickly interpret its meaning, which is a great point. Simply, Amor Solo used this masterpiece to reach out and touch people's hearts and show the rich Filipino lifestyles.